So let me tell you, I'm still not sure about this anime.
Dude, okay. I was gonna ask you, like, do you think it's gonna be a good episode? Because I just wanted to know your thoughts, but I was like, no, I just have to wait.
I
Because
think
like,
it will be an interesting episode, that's for sure.
oh no, I don't know what I'm in for right now. Have you seen
And
my score?
I'm no, I have not.
Oh my god, I haven't seen yours either.
But I have to say, I'm just seeing I have not looked into like opening, ending, like music or voice actors.
Wait, what?
Like I have some notes, but I forgot like
Yeah,
to look up the names and stuff.
I see. I have like I mean, of course, like we've both heard the song. Um, I can pull up the opening at least if you want, because like I also kind of forgot the name, but like I am familiar with the song. Quintessential Quintuplets. In Japanese, Gotobun no Hanayome. Translating literally, it's something like five equal brides or the 5/5 brides. But I think most people in the English-speaking world just know it as quintuplets because it's too long to say the full name. Um, it is an anime directed by Satoshi Kuwabara with music by three people: Hanae Nakamura, Miki Sakurai, Natsumi Tabuchi. And it is by studio Tezuka Productions, with its original run being from January of 2019 to March of 2019. And it is based off of a manga written by Negi Haruba. Hello and welcome to Anime Jail. My name is Jack.
And my name is Leon. Well then, as always, I think I would start with the opening scene, where we
The opening scene.
yeah, where we have the dream, the wedding
Yes.
dream.
Yes.
I like,
I have to.
yeah.
I have to preface this. So, because of actually, it's been quite a bit since I watched this because when we decided we were going to watch it for the podcast, I just started watching, and I kind of like a spoiler for my view on this episode, but I kind of got hooked in and I just watched all of it in like 2 days. And that was like a few weeks ago because we ended up filming the or I say filming. We ended up recording the fall special last time. So like it's been a while since I watched this, and I've watched a few shows in between. So you'll have to help me catch up my memory to speed. But I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, that's why I tell you to make notes.
That one day, Leon. One day.
One day.
One
On
day I
episode
will get
100.
it.
The episode
finally
100
lock in.
special, Jack finally makes notes.
I'll finally lock in. Oh God.
No,
So
so
yes, the
basically,
opening scene.
basically we started with a wedding dream where two characters are being wed, I guess.
Mm.
Like at that point, you have no clue to what this is about.
Yep.
You see like two characters at a wedding, like the bride and what's the man called?
I believe it's the groom.
Oh, the groom, right?
Right, the
Thank
groom.
you. And then our main character wakes up in class, or like not in class, but like yeah, he wakes up and he's called Uesugi Futarou.
So old as me.
I think during this episode I'll probably refer to him as Uesugi
Okay, yeah.
because that's how he's called by the most of them.
Yeah, dude, this is
Of
really
the five.
dude. We're kind of already getting into this, but this is a really funny, like predicament. Well, I mean, not really a predicament, but it's funny because like you normally just end up calling the character what they call him in the show, but what makes this show funny is like all of the main girls. So like everyone who's gonna watch this knows that it's about those five girls. And they all call him something different, right? Or like does
Yeah.
somebody call him the same thing? Like it's all like slightly something different. And what I found weird is like Miku just calls him by his first name, and I'm like, dude, you're just gonna like call him by his first name, just like you don't do that in Japanese, like unless you know someone, and I just thought that was funny, but yeah, so Uesugi.
Uesugi, yeah. I think Miku does that, like, I think it's written that way, so like these five have a way of identifying him, or you have a way to identify the five on how they call it, how they call him.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. It's kind of like a way to identify them by their speech, which, like, let's say if you're reading the manga, which I feel like is a lot harder to identify them because it's you don't even have color for their hair or anything, or like voice difference. So like it's all by like how it's written. But I'm jumping the gun. So we have this first scene where it's our main character Uesugi, and I believe does he? Oh yeah. So like you said, he's at like a wedding, and aren't they all there? Like all of them there, but like one of them is like the bride, basically.
I don't remember, to be honest. I think so, but I don't really remember.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. Like four of them are like the I think they're called the
bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids, yes.
Or...
I don't know how I forgot that. Thanks for reminding me on my own English.
You're welcome.
So yes, four of them are the bridesmaids, I think, and then one of them is marrying him, and it's like from that moment, that's kind of the hook of the show, because it's trying to get you to be like, oh, which one is it? Because yes, they do look different, but in that scene, they're all kind of meant to look the same. So it's like, oh, who is it? And it's a pretty good mystery. Like it's a pretty good like it gets you to wonder about it, especially once you start meeting the characters in the as it follows.
Which is another good point about this show, like that you get to meet all the five girls in the first episode. Like all the important characters are there. I bet you really like that.
I did a lot, dude. It was so cool. I guess kind of like moving on with the first episode, if I'm not mistaken. So please correct me. But it cuts to Uesugi, and he's at school ordering lunch. And from the first scene, I was laughing because he orders the chicken teishoku without the chicken.
Yeah.
So it's just like the sides. It's like rice and like some like greens or something like that.
Yeah, and infinite water because it's free.
Yeah. And like he's obviously shown at first to be this like not like a cheapskate, but like he's very particular about how much money he spends, and you realize that because his family is like struggling. And I think that's a really good hook for the other like main hook of the story, which I guess we can just keep going with. But basically, he meets in that cafeteria. He meets the youngest one, the fifth one, Itsuki, and I believe her the kanji in her name is 5 Moon. And one thing that I think is really cool is how each name of the main girls has the kanji for like their number.
Oh yeah, I have not noticed that.
Yeah, so like Itsuki is like 5 Moon, Yotsuba is like 4 Leaf, I think. Miku is 3
you have to repeat that
something. Oh, sorry. Yotsuba is like 4 Leaf. Miku is like 3, and then I don't know if her other kanji means something, but Nino has 2 in it, and then Ichika, which is like 1 flower, like first flower or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's such a cool touch. Like I just love stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that. Like now that you mentioned it, I looked into my notes and was like, oh yeah, like they just have the Romaji written, but
yeah,
still makes sense.
If you know a bit of Japanese, it's one of the like it makes like learning their names so easy, because it's like, oh, they're all just the numbers, and like you can kind of just like know that. But yeah.
But imagine being so uncreative as a parent that you like
Yeah,
number your
dude.
kids.
What the fuck? Like, what's up with that? Like, think about the parents. Like, like as a story, it's good because, like, you know, like, oh, it's clever. They like wrote it like that. But like, if you think about it in the universe, like imagine parents naming that. That's crazy. But would you like to carry on the story from there? I mean, I know he's like, he meets Itsuki in the cafeteria there, basically. How common is quintuplets like in real life? Like, what are the odds of that even happening?
I'm kind of sorry for the mother, to be honest.
Yeah, dude, I know. Like, I saw this pregnant woman like recently with like one child. Well, I mean, I'm guessing I haven't asked her, but I mean, I imagine one or like maybe two, but like she was like very, very around even with that. And I'm just like, dude, 5?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
But we know the mother survived it. Yeah.
Do we?
Well, if she didn't survive it, how come there's a picture of them watching the fireworks?
Oh, is there a
Yeah.
picture of the mother there?
Like
Okay. I didn't notice that. Yeah, the father is only in like a couple scenes,
Yeah.
right? Like he's like calling them or something, and he's obviously this very distant, cold father who's like, and like by the way, they're rich. We're kind of like skipping around here,
Very
but
rich.
they have this huge mansion, and their father is like this guy who like is like obviously like leaving his children alone in this rich mansion. But continuing actually with the first episode, we meet Itsuki first in kind of like it's kind of meant to be like like obviously I don't know who the actual person who marries him is, but Itsuki seems a little bit like bait. Like it's kind of be like, oh, she's the first one he met, so like that like
It has to be her.
she's the one he
Yeah.
marries, right, guys? And like there's multiple scenes where it like cuts to Itsuki and it's like, oh, she's like the special one to him or something like that. But I don't think it's Itsuki. I'm I'm saying this right now. I have my guess, but we can get into that a bit
I also
later.
have some guesses, but I think that's for like episode 12 when we're done with the story.
True.
But like to continue with episode 1, we basically get to meet Itsuki, and well, they kind of get into a fight, like Uesugi and Itsuki.
Yeah.
And long story short, Uesugi is going to be their teacher, like cram school teacher kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, they're all stupid.
Yeah.
And he is going to teach them, but how this is shown in kind of a funny way is like, it's how does he who lets him know about that?
His sister.
Like how does he? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because she's like, yeah, she calls him and she's like, someone just asked if you would be like their teacher, and but she doesn't specify that it's 5, and so he realizes that Itsuki is the girl that he's tutoring, and she's hanging around with all of her quote unquote friends because all of the other girls are at school, and he's like he's basically like trying to find Itsuki after this awkward situation where they got into a fight, and he's like, okay, I have to like tell this girl that I like I'm gonna be her like tutor or something.
Before we continue, I have a question regarding Japanese.
Oh, okay.
So I wondered, what's the like difference between tomodachi and yujin?
Based on my knowledge, yujin is like basically like it could be something like a best friend or like a really good friend. Now it's translated as friend, but from what I know, Eugene is more like a really close friend. Like it's kind of like almost like more colloquial, kind of like, oh, he's my really good friend.
I see.
And I think tomodachi is just kind of casual friend, basically. Like I would call you a Eugene for me, basically.
Okay.
Because like I kind of. Like, we have a relationship deeper than just like a casual friendship.
I see. Okay.
I see.
Thank you.
Sorry, I know I wasn't really showing my friendship with that line, but yeah, why did you ask that? Is that like in the show or?
Not really. Like, I don't know if
I
it's in the
see.
show, but like I'm currently studying the M3 deck, and
Okay.
today I also watched a one of these like idol English class shows. You know?
Oh my gosh, yes, those are
Yeah, they
so
are. And
funny.
there was like a sentence where they had to translate these English sentence into Japanese, and
Oh my
the
gosh.
translation went with Eugene, and it was like, okay, but like, what's the difference? And I haven't looked it up yet, so
Yeah,
I just wondered.
dude, those are really funny. They oftentimes they have like some like famous people on there, and like they just have them do like really funny games and stuff.
Okay, back to the story. Oh, we're getting so off
Yeah,
topic.
thanks.
Sorry. Yeah, you were talking about how he thinks it's just one person he's tutoring.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, he doesn't realize that there's five of them, and they're all like together, and he's like following Itsuki back to her house so that he can like tell her like, hey, I'm gonna tutor you because like she's like this rich girl who's gonna like pay them a lot of money, and him and his family are like struggling basically. Um, but he sees all these girls around her, and he's like, who are all these friends of hers or something? And at one point he like says something, and Miku, who is the third one, says like, Itsuki, uh, Itsuki is not my friend. And he's like, not your friend? What? Because they're all like walking together and going back. And I don't know how he didn't realize by now because they all look alike. Um, but yeah, he goes back to their. I think he finds out when he goes back to their like their
Yeah,
apartment, and they're all there or something. Um, and that's kind of the hook of the story is like, okay, like at a fun like at a fundamental level, you have a man who doesn't really want to tutor these girls because he got into an annoying situation with Itsuki, and he kind of finds them kind of annoying and stupid. Um, but he has to because they're rich and they're gonna pay him a lot. Um, but they don't really want to like be tutored because they don't they just don't like school, kind of thing. Um, and then basically like the first episode does a really good job of establishing that whole like dynamic, and I was just a big fan of the characters. Like I don't know, I just I don't really know where to start because like I have a lot of thoughts, but I guess I'd like to hear your thoughts by the end of episode 1 too, Leon.
so at the end of episode 1, I think we should mention that there's a scene where like Uesugi is drugged by Nino, I think, because she doesn't want to study.
No.
That's kind of the thing. She just like drugs him
Yeah.
so he's like asleep, and then sits him in a taxi.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And he like wakes up at his house.
Well, and it was a hilarious first episode, so it made a good first impression, you know. But I didn't know what really to expect from there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm still struggling with after episode 12. Because I feel like it's kind of repetitive, but without being repetitive. I know this sounds kind of weird.
Okay.
But like,
yeah.
I feel like in every episode you have this, okay, Uesugi wants to tutor them, or like to teach them whatever. And like something happens and then none of them is there to study.
Yeah, true.
Like they make it so creative that it doesn't feel like as repetitive.
Yeah. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Because ultimately, if you like boil this show down to its fundamental core, like okay, it is a harem, and it's about a guy who is teaching a bunch of girls to study. You've seen it in shows like Bokuben, It's not a new concept, and basically, as a harem, the show just basically has to find all these scenarios for there to be like not only comedy but like development of those girls, like a romance with him, because this show is like it's trying to show you all the girls and be like, oh, any of these could be his love interest type thing. And so like and especially with 5 characters who all look the same, it's like, how do you find a way to not be repetitive in that? And I think you're right. I think it is repetitive, but to me, I felt like it spoke to the strength of the writing and like sort of like how it was not really paced, but like the events that happened in each situation that were kind of unique, which like you said, like led it to not really feeling repetitive, even though it just is, because it's hard.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It's kind of difficult to explain, but I think he did a really good job.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally get what you mean.
That's why it's kind of difficult to go through the story episode by episode.
Yeah.
So I think we should kind of highlight the important parts or the parts we found funny.
I think you're right, and I think I think we should do that by highlighting each character, because like with a show like this, it's kind of like a choose your flavor. Like you have all of the girls, and they all have like a moment in the season, and if we kind of go like from each girl to each girl, I feel like you can kind of like find your like, oh yeah, like that happened. And I feel like it's probably best to start with Miku, at least for me, because she's like the first one who kind of like latches onto him, or kind of like starts to like him in a way. And if I'm not mistaken, that happens because he's trying to get them to like study, and like no one's going with him. But like Miku says something like, I have a confession for you, like on the roof or something. And he thinks it's a love confession. I will admit, I forget what she actually confesses, but do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. Like the quintuplets had to take this mock exam kind of thing. And
yeah.
Only one person answered the question about the Japanese warlord, correct?
Oh my god, yes, that. And, like, yes.
But Mika was too shy to like admit in front of the others that she knew this, and then she had to confess to Uesugi on the roof that she does know the answer.
That's right. And then that scene kind of opens up into like a really funny and like cute like breakdown of Miku, who's like she likes like Japanese history.
Yeah.
Which is not really considered cool, like by any means, really. And so she's like, she's obviously kind of embarrassed about it, and she ends up talking about like Japanese history to Uesugi, and I think he just opens up to her a bit, and like they kind of like have a moment, and that was definitely like I think it's pretty natural, and it's pretty like it's kind of meant to happen, but I feel like Miku becomes a lot of people's favorites from the beginning, because she's like the first one who kind of gets a chance to open up to him in like that kind of way. But what did you think about Miku as a character?
I think she was a really cute character, especially like since she's not this like she is a stereotype, but like not this stereotypical main girl character, you know? Like she's not as tsundere as Nino, for example. She's just like the Normally she's the person in a romance show that is in love with the main character but doesn't get him, you know?
Yes, dude, that's such a good way of describing it. And it's so sad because I feel like Miku's like, because like you can tell that, like, I mean, I would say like I don't know about the actual feelings of the characters, because like I don't know what the writer's thinking, but like it seems like Miku is the first one to fall in love with him, kind of, or like kind of start to like him, I guess.
How it's expressed.
And it's And it's sad to say that because I'll just say this right now. I don't think Miku is the one he marries, and I'm like, oh, like I kind of wish she was because she's just really sweet. And she's bad at cooking.
Yeah.
That was also a funny scene. But dude, what's even funnier is Ninu Ninu. Fuck, dude. Nino and Miku. You can see how I mix that up. Basically, at one point they're like studying at their house, and Nino like wants him to leave, and she like brings forth this challenge where she's like, if I can cook better than Miku, then you have to like try both of our food, and then like you have to say which one is better, and then leave. And Miku makes this like really bad almu rice, and Nino makes this like exquisite dish, and Uesugi he basically tries both and like can't tell the difference, and he's like, oh yeah, both these are good.
Yeah, well, if you're not,
and I was like,
if you didn't grow up with like exquisite food, like
exactly
cooking,
and he's kind of like this poor guy who just like likes food, and I'm like, that's just funny. And as far as like Miku's other moment, I guess she has a moment towards the end where, I mean, she kind of has a moment throughout the show, but she has one moment towards the end where like they're at that ski lodge, and she's like in that hole or something like that. Yes, it's like an igloo, yeah. But yeah, Miku's great. I'm a fan of Miku. I'd say she's like a fan favorite.
Yeah, she probably is.
From people that I know who have like seen it.
Well then, is it my turn to choose the next character I want to talk about?
you hey, by all means, choose the next character. Choose our next flavor.
You, Nino.
I choose Nino.
It's like a Pokemon.
I kind of want to use this opportunity of Nino to ask you a question. And I'm first going to say this. Nino is my personal favorite of them. And I was gonna ask you if you had a personal favorite.
I had, and Nino is the last place, to be honest. I didn't like her character at all. I wondered if you like her because like she's this tsundere type kind of character, which I think you really like, if I remember correctly. Like thinking about Toradora,
I would say so. Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. Yes, I would say so. Yeah. Yeah. I typically do like that.
But Nino is not my favorite. 1 second. Nino is not my favorite character. Ichika is my favorite.
Ichika, dude. Okay. Oh, that's so fitting for you. Yeah, that's so.
Okay, that sounds kind of weird. Like...
No, sorry. No, true. I shouldn't be saying that. But see, like Ichika is typically the type where I'm like, okay, you're kind of annoying, but I'd say we can get to her after Nino, but Ichika has a lot of good moments.
Yeah.
And she like shines in this season, and I was like, oh my gosh. But Nino first. I guess as my favorite, I'll kind of just mention some moments. But yeah, I'd say she was my favorite. She's definitely the last one to kind of come around to him. In fact, there are moments when like all of them are studying except for Nino, because like she just doesn't really respect him or like want him to like tell her what to do or something. There are some interesting things with her, like there's a picture of Uesugi from his childhood where he has like blonde hair, and he's like he's obviously he was like a much different person back then, and kind of like a delinquent type, and he doesn't want this photo being seen, basically. And there's a scene where Nino sees it, and she's like, "Oh, who is that? That guy's kind of my type," or something like that. And he doesn't want her to know that it was him, so he says that it was his cousin. And later in the season, I think it's like at the bonfire first, or like at like some like school event. Like he has to like dress up as, or no, wait, does he like dress up as him, or does he just?
It's this courage test kind of thing, where he like dresses up as a monster and wears a like blonde wig for his costume.
Yes, that's
right.
But
then he like scares Itsuki and Nino and like has to go after them because they chose the wrong path.
Yeah.
One like stereotypical thing I don't get. Why is there always a two-way option with one insanely terrible way? Like, why would there be a way to a cliff?
Yeah, true. Why are we doing a Kimodamashi up against a cliff face? that is insane for a school to do.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But yeah, they're doing the Kimodamashi, and he has to like dress up as him because he doesn't want Nino to know that that it's actually him, because he lied. And Nino like puts a band-aid on his face.
Yeah.
And maybe that was in a different scene. That may have been at the
scene.
Okay. But yeah, later it like falls off, and she's like, "Oh, this was the band-aid I gave him." And so yeah, that's one of the big points, is like she doesn't know that that's not him. But I don't know, it's hard for me to pick out a bigger moment for her, because like I said, she's kind of not really coming around to him at this point. I just liked her personality a lot. Like I said, I guess I like that kind of like archetype of character, because she's definitely your stereotypical tsundere.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I think her only other bigger scene is like at the beginning, where Uesugi forgot his flashcards at their place, and Nino just came out of the bath but doesn't recognize him because she's not wearing her contacts.
Yeah.
And then this typical fan servicey scene happens where he's like trying to protect her, and like is, I want to say is going over her, but that sounds not right. He's like he
like gets on top of her.
Yeah, he's protecting her and lands on top of her. And like Itsuki is taking a photo, and they discuss it like in a
that's right. Yeah.
Lawsuit? No.
It's in like a trial.
Yeah.
Or like a.
Thank you.
Yeah. I had you there. But yeah, like that. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. That scene is really good. Because like I think she like bumps into the cupboard, and like books start to fall out, and he has to like rush over to like stop them. But yeah, that was a cute scene. Yeah, it's you kind of mentioned the fan service, and like I would say it's like pretty fan servicey. Like, what would you say?
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, no, I don't mean it definitely is. That's all there is. It is fan service.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I mean, we have this entire scene just for him to like bend over her. Like, what else would it be?
True.
And like,
I
wonder, like, Nino can't be that blind, you know? Like, I'm nearly blind, but like, you would still see like how he looks.
Yeah, you would see like roughly red hair there.
Yeah, or like his uniform or whatever.
Yeah.
And he even speaks like I feel like she's not
Yeah,
only blind,
yeah.
she's also deaf, you know?
Yeah. And like I remember at first he doesn't say anything because he doesn't want her to know that it's like him there, because like he's like, oh, she's gonna get mad at me or
Yeah.
something. But yeah, I guess I kind of say this to be like about the fan service. I guess one reason why I feel better, like even though the show has quite a bit of fan service, is that, and I've talked to a few people about this, but like as far as harems go, I feel like you have to be, or like for me, I'm just really considerate about this. Is the fact that like, Uesugi is never taking advantage of them, or he's never intentionally trying to. Whereas like in shows like Rent a Girlfriend, like I feel like the main character is much less, like he's much less forgivable. Like he's a bit more yeah, exactly. He's a bit more horny. He's a bit more kind of enjoying it, I guess. But I appreciate the fact that Uesugi like doesn't ever like really like yes, he like shows his feelings, but like he doesn't want to like have that. Which kind of just makes me feel better, because like I just don't like the main character from Rent a Girlfriend, but that is what it is.
Yeah, we've talked about that in very great detail.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Yeah, but I think
But I guess we can move on to your favorite.
Yeah.
Ichika.
I think the first time I really paid attention to her was at the fireworks, where she was with this weird looking mustache guy. Yeah,
that's right. And he's kind of like dragging her along. And Uesugi's like, what's going on there?
I mean, in this episode, Uesugi was on this collect all 5 sisters quest. Like, this would have been...
Yeah, because somehow they're just that unorganized.
Yeah, it would have been such a fun thing, like, for a... Like, do you know these Lego video games?
Yes, dude, Lego Star Wars. Oh my god.
Run around.
Lego Quintuplets, that'd be crazy.
Then your like story quest is collect all 5 sisters, and then you have like this path you walk through the the people and stuff.
That would totally be a Lego quest. That is hilarious.
And then like the person just jumps out of screen, and then it says like 1 out of 5 or something.
Yes. And there's like a circle on the screen, like showing you how many you have left. That's perfect. That is so perfect. Now I need to see Lego Quintuplets.
Quintuplets. Yeah, I think
that just has
won't
to
happen.
Be. Probably not. Unfortunately.
Ichika. Well, we find out that she wants to be like an actress, and he's like a camera assistant, and like tries to get her famous.
Yeah, and please continue if you're going to keep talking about it. But
I don't know. Like, I think this is the first time where it's like really shown that the twins can be mixed up, because the assistant mixes up Miku and Ichika.
Yeah, that's right.
And Uesugi like steps in there to protect both of them, because this camera assistant is kind of a shady person, I feel like.
Yeah, he's definitely meant to be shown in that way. And yeah, I feel like since you brought it up, like as far as the mixing up of quintuplets, we like there's multiple scenes where like they'll like dress up as each other, and it's usually meant to be like a funny moment, so like it's definitely like passable. But I feel like it shows some of the difficulty with adapting it from manga, which is pretty impressive. Like if you think about the manga point of view, because like in the manga you don't have the voices, like you don't have the their hair color, like that's why they all have an identifying trait, which is like Miku's headphones, Itsuki's stars on her hair, like that kind of stuff. Because if you didn't, like, you truly wouldn't be able to tell them apart. And I feel like that might be better shown in the manga because it is a bit harder to tell. Because like obviously in the anime, like, we have all the voice actors who are, they're all doing a great job, but they're all different. And we have like more of a visual. But I thought that was a really interesting topic of like the difficulties of adapting something like this when you have like voice actors and stuff. But I suppose moving on with Ichiga's plot, basically the simple thing is like she's like Leon said, that this guy is basically like taking pictures of her. I don't know if it's like in that way, or if it's like or if it's like it's probably bad either way. But basically she's in this like industry where she's like trying to get famous and all this stuff, and basically Futarou just kind of like supports her, right, and says like because like doesn't she have like a like an interview, or rather an audition, for something. And there's that moment, but there's also the moment where they get locked in at the school festival. They get locked in that one room.
Oh yeah, the shed. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and then like the fire alarm goes off and like water sprays on them, and then like the door opens and everyone's like, "What are they doing in there?" It's like there's always that gotcha moment.
But like this was a weird scene because like it was said they got in trouble because of that. And I was like, how would you get in trouble for being locked in somewhere?
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's definitely going for that as you would call dramatic irony, which can be kind of frustrating. And it's basically I'm not sure if you've heard of this concept, but it's basically like there's information that the audience knows, but the characters in the story don't know. So it's like kind of this conflict of like, dude, he was locked in there, like don't get him in trouble. But it's just it's played out like that so many times.
Doesn't make sense because how would they not know, since Itsuki had to like use the key to get the door open?
True.
Yeah.
True.
Well, that entire scene was just weird. I felt like talking about Ichika, I feel like she's the like big sister type character.
Yeah.
And I think she also mentions this in the first episode when like Uesugi meets her. She's like, "Oh, you can call me big sister Ichika."
Yeah. One-san.
Yeah, Ichika-ne-san.
Yeah.
But I don't think like, yes, we have this dynamic between Ichika and Miku, because I feel like in the end these are the two characters that are like realizing that they're in love with Uesugi.
Yeah, true.
But I don't think there are more scenes with Ichika. I feel like the more important characters that have actual like screen time, I would say, are like Itsuki and Yotsuba, like the two missing.
True. Yeah. I guess I'll move on to Yotsuba. And I want to say that she's kind of the stereotypical, what you would call like the Genki girl, or like the energetic one.
The airhead.
Like she exactly. She's now okay. They're all kind of stupid, but she's actually pretty stupid. Like that's kind of like her thing. So she's actually a bit of an airhead. She does sports. She's kind of like the energetic one. And she has this really funny ribbon that that reacts whenever she has like emotions. Like the ribbon will like stand up if she's like excited or something. I'm like, oh, that's such a cute detail. But I kind of wanted to say that, like, you know, we've talked about, or I'm going to talk about Yotsuba, but like, there's kind of like a trio towards the beginning of people who are kind of becoming interested in Uesugi. Because at first, you know, like they're not really, there's no one, and then it's Miku, and then I'd say it's like Ichika. But there's like, there's a few scenes where it shows Uesugi, and he's studying with Miku, Ichika, and
Yeah.
Yotsuba. Um, Nino, Nino is kind of still like not really doing something even by the end of season 1, and Itsuki is still a little. She's hesitant. Like she is kind of studying what he's saying, but she's not really like a part of the group. Like she's kind of like having a bad attitude about it. Um, and so like there's a few scenes where you have these three and Uesugi, which is Yotsuba, Miku, and Ichika, and I I kind of stopped and found myself, and I was like, I kind of like this group. Like, these are three like good, like these three go well together. And I just thought that was interesting. But
yeah, I think the show would have worked with these three as well, but like the quintessential triplets would have been like a whack title.
True, a lot less impactful. As far as Yotsuba goes, what did you think about her?
I feel like she's like the story would be boring without her, but she's not a love interest of Uesugi. Like, yeah, she might fall in love with him, but like I feel like he wouldn't. Like Yotsuba is not the type of character for a relationship.
Definitely right. Like of the main characters, she definitely feels like not filler, because that's kind of rude, but like she feels the most like just okay. She had like there has to be this kind of character, but she definitely doesn't feel like the one that. Like honestly, I think you could make a case for any of the others, but I think Yotsuba in particular is kind of like he's not gonna get with Yotsuba. Like she's kind of like the joke character a lot of the time, and as much as I do like her presence, like you said, like I feel like the show wouldn't be the same without her. But yeah, she kind of just has to be there. There is one scene where she like isn't she the first one to like she's the first one to say like I love you or something like that, but she's like joking or something.
Yeah, exactly. Because he says Uesugi said like that she is bad at lying, and then she like leans over him and tells him she loves him, and then he like starts to believe it, and then she's like, "Oh, Jordan."
Yeah, yeah, and it's like honestly, like that feels like kind of a creative way of giving Yotsuba a moment, even though it's not really a moment, because she's just not really gonna have a like romantic moment with him. I don't think. Maybe she will in season 2. I don't know. But
I think like the funniest Yotsuba scene was actually without Yotsuba.
Oh, you mean the one where they're all dressing as her?
Because they're late for the midterms. Like they overslept.
Yes, that was really
and
good.
Yotsuba is the fastest of them, and like gets there in time. And then they all dress up as Yotsuba because they look alike. So the security person lets them in because he thinks like, oh yeah, I've seen you. You can go like in. And then Uesugi dresses up as Yotsuba like with the ribbon.
Yeah.
And like the security guard gets like mad and drags him away. But he somehow still manages to be there for the exam. I don't know how this works, but
yeah, who knows? Who knows how?
Yeah, this was my favorite Yotsuba scene, even though she's not in there, but like
yeah. Yeah, it's a good bit. It never really got old for me. There was a scene with Yotsuba I liked where I think Nina, I keep saying the wrong name. Nino. First I said First I said Ninu, and then I said Nina. My God, like their names are so like similar but different in slight ways, so I keep mixing them up. But there's a scene where Yotsuba and Nino are looking for him, and Yotsuba's looking for him, but Nino is looking for his cousin, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And
Quintaro.
yeah, that's right.
Is Quintaro a reference for his hair?
Yes, because it's like
gold.
king, like the gold. I don't know if the Taro is supposed to be anything.
Look there, golden boy, Quintaro.
Yeah. Also, probably because his name is Futarou.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like Quintaro. That is funny though. I didn't realize that. Golden boy. Interesting. But yeah, in that scene they're both looking for him, and like that's when he goes into the igloo with Miku. But I just like that scene. I thought it was funny.
Okay, then let's get into our last character of the 5. Let's get into Itsuki.
Itsuki!
Which I think will be the character he marries later on. Because
I see. So this is your prediction.
She's this typical main character kind of thing.
Yeah.
If we want to go like to rent a girlfriend, it's like Chizuru, you know, like you don't really want him to end up with her, but he probably will because she feels like the main girl.
Oh, I thought you wanted him to end up with Chizuru. Do you not?
Not really, no.
Who do you want him to be with? Mommy?
Mommy? Of course not. I forgot her name.
Luca?
Luca would be fine, but like there was too much going on in the last 2 seasons, so I was like, meh.
Is it that red-haired girl?
It's the 5th.
Oh, it's a
that came in the 2nd season. She probably won't get with him. Like, I thought like Yaemori is like my favorite girl in this show.
Yaemori.
You can look her up if you want to.
Naruhodo ne. Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't think about it. Yaemori. Oh, I wonder if that'll give it to me. Is this it?
Yaemori. Mori.
Yaemori.
Yeah.
Oh, her. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I've seen her before. Yeah, she has like the blue. Is she like a streamer? I knew it, dude. I guessed by these like blue hair things, but like that's like so like classic like Japanese streamer.
Yeah, the strains.
Like vibe. And also like the kind of the cute like Snaggletooth type character.
Yeah, well, that's. I don't want to say my type because she looks so young, but like.
Oh no!
I don't think she's underage. I think she was kind of old, if I remember correctly. But like.
The older one.
Yeah, I think she faked her age or something, if I remember correctly.
The older streamer.
Yeah, okay, let's get back to Itsuki. The girl he might marry, like he probably will marry, in my opinion.
It's definitely... I see. Yeah, it's definitely, like, the show is trying to get you to think that she is basically the main girl. Which I think is interesting, because you would think, like, initially, like, the first girl would be the main girl and not the 5th. I don't know, like that's just my thought, but it's definitely like leading towards like, oh, Itsuki, he meets her first. They're kind of having an argument. Maybe they'll work it out in the end or something. I guess I'll kind of throw out my guess, and I know this is kind of it sounds like wishful thinking, but my guess is Nino. And I have a few things to base this on. Like Nino is the one who saw his younger picture, like the version of him with the blonde hair, and there's kind of a plot point where like he used to know one of the girls, or like he like met one of them when he was younger, and like that's the part where he's like having a dream about that, and I'm like she either like likes that picture of him when he was younger, or like maybe she recognizes him or something, and Also, this is kind of like a minor detail, but in the picture, there's another picture with Uesugi and one of them from when they were younger, but it's not specified who. And he's in the picture, and she is whoever it is, and she's making a peace sign, and she's holding up two fingers, which Nino is obviously the second one. So it's like, I feel like that could be a little like reference of like, she's holding up a peace sign. There's two, like maybe that's Nino or something.
Don't you think like, I mean, this picture is of both of them, like the blonde Futarou, or like Uesugi, and one of the five. Wouldn't you think like, if it was her, like if it was Nino in this picture, she would remember him?
Yeah, true, because like she was with him, like in that moment. So like, maybe she just forgot. I don't know, but yeah, true. I didn't think about that.
But well, that he probably will end up with the person on that picture, but he doesn't have to. Like, we don't know.
True. It's like, you don't know like what pieces of information are kind of like, I think it's called like a red herring, like something that's meant to like draw your attention away from the truth, which as Leon says could be Itsuki. And honestly, as the show is trying to get you to think, it could be Itsuki. But then again, it's like, oh, Yotsuba said I love you first, and Miku fell for him first, and Nino is this, and Ichika is that. So I mean, it could be all of them, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm just being stupid.
I don't know. Do you know if it's figured out in the second season?
I believe it is figured out in the movie.
There's a movie.
Basically, there's season 1, season 2, and then a movie, and that basically ends the whole thing.
I see. So it's finished completely by now.
Yes.
Good to know.
It is finished. My brother was one reason why I like started watching it, because he's already seen it, and he liked it a lot, so he was like, yeah, it's pretty good. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll try it. And he's watched the whole thing.
Do you plan on watching the other like season and the movie?
I do, and the fact that you're saying that makes me think that you're not.
I'm not sure, but like, if you wouldn't have wanted to, we could have just looked up who it will be. But if you still want to watch it, it wouldn't make sense to look it up now.
I definitely want to still watch it, so I'm not gonna look it up yet.
That's just why I wanted to like ask.
Yeah.
But we were talking about Itsuki, and
Itsuki.
I feel like there are not as many like funny scenes, but like you have a lot of character developing scenes with her, where she's like, first talking to him and then gets mad at him, or like when she's like, they're having an argument, where she's like, okay, you can tutor the others, but I will like study on my own. And how she like opens up and like studies with them in the last episode.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I think a really important scene also happens in the first episode, which is, we didn't mention this in the plot, but basically what happens is, I'm pretty sure Itsuki or somebody tells him, oh yeah, you don't need to like tutor us because we don't want to be tutored, so like bye, basically. And he's kind of depressed about that because his family's poor and he wants the money. But Itsuki takes him home in a taxi, I think. And she's like getting out, and she's about to leave because she like paid for his taxi or something. And she overhears Uesugi's little sister say something like, oh, well, I thought like we were going to have enough money to eat this week or something like that. And she kind of feels bad for Futarou for like not having that much money. And like she has dinner with his family in the first episode. And they kind of like end up like talking about that and like how their family's kind of like in like a bad situation. And you definitely see Itsuki, who was like she was kind of being cold at the beginning of the episode after that, but you definitely see her kind of open up at that point, and she kind of feels bad, and it's like, oh, okay, it's like she's not heartless. Like she can relate to this and kind of does care about them. And I think that was a good developing scene, and it like that just kind of wraps out the first episode very well. But
yeah, well, I think there's just one last character to really talk about, because we've covered the 5. We've mostly covered Uesugi because he was in every story.
Yeah.
So there's only the sister left.
Only the sister, Uesugi's little sister. Yeah, I guess I could look at this. Haven't been looking at voice actors, which, gotta be honest, I have a lot to say about that. But yes, Uesugi's little sister, who doesn't have like a huge role.
No, she doesn't. But like she's this cute kind of character, but like without being sexualized, which is
she's just his little sister.
Yeah, but like for a harem show, that's not the
true.
usual, okay.
Honestly, yeah, you're right. Like the fact that they didn't do that, I'm like, okay, I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, me too. So we can safely say she's very sweet, very cute. Yep. She can cook, okay.
Yeah, dude, true. She like makes dinner,
she
right?
makes dinner all the time. Because their dad is also, I don't know, just stupid.
Yeah, true. Their dad is weird, yeah. Like, you don't see him a lot, but like you see him in that scene and then like another scene later, and he just acts very like loud and kind of like a bit like rude, but also just like kind of like a nice, kind of like rough guy. But I also thought it was strange. I was like, I feel like he's acting weird, but like he's not really in the show.
He could be a character in Grand Blue.
Yeah, true, dude. Wow, yeah, that's an interesting connection.
Like the way he acted, this loud kind of character.
Definitely, he acts like that. Yeah, true. If you've listened to our Grand Blue episode, we kind of described that. But yeah, it like he gives off that kind of energy. And there's not really much more to say about her. She's just kind of there. She kind of advances the plot. She's a cute little sister. And I guess with that, would you like to move into probably one of my most important aspects of this show, which is the voice actors?
No, I wanted to say and raise my arm and hit with my elbow.
You hit what with your elbow? Oh shit.
Yes, please. Let's get into the voice cast.
Voice actors.
And just looking at the screen, I of course remember Kana Hanazawa.
Yep, your favorite.
The Ichika voice actress. And I also remember the Futarou's voice actor from somewhere. I don't remember from where, but I do remember him.
I want to tell you something. You will know him. You will know this once I say it, and it's pretty crazy. But he is Inosuke.
Oh yeah, true. But like Inosuke doesn't say that much, so.
Exactly, and it just made me like I have so much to say about this show's voice cast. But firstly, like the main character, this show made me respect him so much more because like yes, Inosuke's role is very like he has to do that stupid voice the whole time where it's like rah! And like he has that pig kind of voice. But it like that just made me appreciate him even more because I'm like, he's going above and beyond to do this like weird voice the whole time. Whereas like in this show, he's just talking totally normally. And it's like, he has so much range as a voice actor.
But I feel like,
cause in this show, he's just so like good. But
I feel like seeing this, like Quintessential Quintuplets, I feel like Inosuke is just a very weak role in general. Like, not by
Yes,
him, he did a really good job, but like in general, Inosuke just feels like a weak role.
you're definitely right. You're definitely right. And I feel like that's why I didn't appreciate him when we watched Demon Slayer, because like it's just a weak role. Like it's kind of hard to appreciate anyone voicing that. Like it's kind of hard to bring something to
Yeah.
that. But now that I've seen this, I'm like he's doing his best and he's doing a good job at that. And in this show, I think he's doing a really good job as Futarou. And yeah, I was just really impressed. I'm not sure if you have anything to say about them, but I like what I can say is like on the whole, like one of the reasons why I started watching this is because of the voice cast, and I like I watched a video with the voice cast and him, and like they had this like energy that's like I haven't really seen from a ton of like anime like voice actor cast. Like they all felt like such like friends, and like they had this chemistry with each other, and like they were just talking and laughing, and like they all just like act like they were acting like true friends, and I feel like that comes off in the show. um and I feel like it's really necessary for a plot like this, which is like these five girls who are all connected in this deep way, and the main guy who kind of has to tie it all together. But I just found like such a sense of like connection between them all. Like it's kind of hard to describe, but they felt like friends in a way, if that makes sense. I guess.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But
that like, I hope it came like
yeah,
across for the listeners.
yeah, true. Leon gets me, but I don't know if you guys will get me. But yeah, like a lot of like some of these voice actors I wasn't that familiar with before this. Like the girl who voices Miku, who's funnily enough her name is Miku too. Her name is Miku Ito, voicing Miku Nakano.
Okay. Tell me about her. Like, I don't really know much about like the other voice actors that we never had before, and I feel like we don't really have to get into Kana Hanazawa in this episode because we've talked about her
she's
so
just
much,
doing an
and we
amazing
have
job.
so many more roles to cover.
Yep. Kind of doing the best I can. I'll start with Ayane Sakura, who is honestly one of my favorites. I found her when she voiced Natsumi from Nanan Biori, but she's voiced a ton of roles. She's so famous. She's in Dandadan right now as Aida. She's in My Hero Academia as Uraraka. She's also just in a ton of other things. She's very popular, and she does a great job as Yotsuba. Even though Yotsuba is probably my least favorite, like I just like found myself liking her because of Ayane Sakura. Miku Ito voices Miku. I didn't know much about her. I still don't know a ton of her other roles. But she is doesn't look like she's in. Oh, she's in Honkai. She's Fushuan.
Yay! The Honkai.
Yay! Okay, she is Kokoro from Bang Dream, which I do know from playing the game. Miku is looking like one of her bigger roles, I think. Looks like she's an idol master. She's also a different Kokoro from Princess Connect, which I think I've played that game a little bit too.
Like more minor.
But her voice is so, yeah. But her voice as Miku is so interesting because it's so like quiet, and she's playing like such like a quiet girl. But Kokoro is this like very loud and like very nice girl, and it's like really interesting to see that dynamic. But she is great. Inori Minase is probably giving my least favorite performance, but maybe that's just because I don't like Itsuki that much. Like she's just fine to me. Like she's not too crazy. But she's doing a great job. Like everyone in the show is at least doing a good to great job to me. And then, of course, my favorite character, Nino, her voice actress is really becoming like a standout for me in a lot of ways. I've been doing some research on her, but Ayana Taketatsu. I actually first found her because she voiced Azunyan from K-On!
Azunyan. Oh, that takes me back.
Yeah, yeah, I know, right? Oh my god, I know. K-On! Takes me back. She's also she's somebody else that I found. Maybe you'll recognize some of these. She has a lot of non-anime roles. Holy shit.
Where's Honkai?
Okay, she's in Genshin. She is Chiori in Genshin. Honkai, bro, she's in Dragon Quest. Man, she's in so much.
She's everywhere.
She's in League of Legends.
But apparently not in Honkai. Huh, weak. No,
Dang.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're pathetic. Not Honkai, pass.
Oh, she's in High School of the Elite.
Yes. Have you seen that show? I see. Not of the name. Yeah, she's in Frieren. She's Aura, which is the first villain who gets murked.
Well, I just saw the first
spoilers.
episode. So.
Yeah, you'll get there one day.
Won't. I probably won't.
It looks like she's in Bleach as well. She's this girl from Akanojo Mokanojo. But yeah, I think Nino's one of her bigger roles as well. But point is, I just really like her voice. It's a very like stringent voice, but it's also like kind of like cool at the same time and not too like annoying, because like sometimes like tsundere voices can kind of just be annoying. But yeah, like I was kind of thinking today just like about like it's so crazy how a voice can affect us, because like at the end of the day it's just words, right? Like it's just a voice, but voice acting and stuff like that just kind of reaches me. I don't know.
Voice acting is just crazy.
Yeah, I just appreciate it so much, and this show is just such a great example. I think that like if you care about any of the voice actors I just mentioned or like voice acting at all, like this show just look up videos of the cast, like watch this show. It is gold as far as that goes. What did you think about the opening?
I really enjoyed the opening. At first I was like,
me too.
Like in between, I was like, I don't know if I like it or don't like it. But this like start where the girls are like calling him is like so cute.
It is.
Where you just hear like Uesugi-san.
Yeah. Yeah, I love how they're all just like they have their own like moment in the opening. Also, this is kind of getting into the weeds here, but for anyone who does know like stuff about like music, I think it's really interesting, like the concept of this song, because like there are moments in the song where all of them say something, like it's like a like at the end or something like that. It's like a watashi, and it's like all of them like saying it. It's interesting if you think about it, because there's 5 of them, but most songs are written in a meter of 4. So it's like if you have this foundation of 4 beats that like sort of makes up most songs, it's like you kind of have to get creative when like featuring 5 unique parts, because you want them to be like all like evenly spaced out. And just like as somebody who like I don't know, I'm interested in music, so I kind of think about this stuff, but I'm just like, oh man, like they had to get creative with this. And yeah, I really like I was a big fan of the opening, to say the least. But
it was very vibey, and it kind of reminded me of the Blend S opening.
Yes,
know if
yes,
it's,
the sweet smile,
yeah, I don't know if it's
sadistic.
the same artist or like I was just like it was so close.
Yeah, I definitely agree because it's like that character shokai kind of opening where it's like showing every character.
Sweet, smile,
Um,
sister, sadistic,
Sad-
surprise,
sadistic
sadness,
surprise.
sweetie. Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. Dude, yeah, that is a really good opening. I haven't seen
Me
that show
neither.
though.
I
I
just know the opening.
oh really? That's so funny. Um, yeah, I think the main girl in that like she has like a like she gets that job because she has like an ugly look on her face and like people think she's like being mean but like that's just her look. And so like she's like the sadistic one I think.
I see.
But yeah, great opening. Like not too much to say about it. Like it's pretty simple, but I thought it was really good.
Simple but
Um,
effective.
Simple but effective, kind of like the first Golden Time opening.
But like the ending.
Go watch our episode, guys.
What did you think about the ending?
Honestly, I remember the visuals where there's like there's like roses in there or something like that, or but I don't really remember how it goes.
Let me tell you, I watched
I
5 episodes, like the last 5 episodes yesterday, and I don't remember the ending at all. I just remember like the screen with the roses, but like
yes, okay. I'm glad we're on.
there was
I'm glad we're
nothing
together
like
on that.
catching me to watch the ending.
Yeah, I'd say the ending was just kind of, it was fine, it was good, but whatever. I could kind of skip it. Like mostly, I just wanted to know what was going to happen next, so I just like kept watching,
Yeah.
which doesn't happen all the time. I'm not always just trying to like, or like I guess I should say it's not common that I'm like rushing to see what happens next because I'm like interested, but I really was in this show, which kind of hints at how I feel about it. But did you have any thoughts on the soundtrack?
I didn't pay much attention, but overall, it didn't bother me, so I think I liked it.
I think I like it.
Well, as I said, I didn't pay attention. Like, I think if something would have bothered me, then I would have noticed, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, there were quite a few tracks that I like heard and I was like, oh, that's good. I didn't go back and like try to like find it myself, which like that's like another level. It's like if I like it a lot, like I'll hear it and be like, ooh, well, like I need to find that. But I kind of like you. I think if I went back and listened to the whole OST myself, I think I would really like it. Like I personally was a fan of the OST overall.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I almost just spoiled myself on your score. I didn't see it though. I didn't see it.
But we're getting close to the personal opinion. But there's another thing I wanted to mention regarding the like choice of animation. Because we had some scenes where it had like color drops on like popping up on the screen.
Color drops. I don't know if I remember that.
Like when there was like, for example, Itsuki like opening up. You had the scene where you had like Itsuki's like face and then the white background where like color drops like kind of dropped on the screen and then like.
I think I know what you mean. Actually, now that you mention it, it was like a kind of like watercolor. Yeah. No, I think I know what you mean.
Okay, good.
Overall, I didn't think the animation was too great. I think the character designs are good. And I think the animation is just what it needs to be. Which I don't really need too good of animation, so I don't really have much to say about it, but
yeah. Well then.
I think it was fine.
Well then.
Well then. I guess I'll ask you first and spoil myself on your score, but Leon, on a scale of 0 to 100 in steps of 5, what is your rating of quintuplets?
Ooh, that's a difficult question. I might have to think about that.
Oh, have you found
Yes,
it yet?
I have. I
Oh,
have
no.
found it yet. And I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So I have found it. And this story. So I had a lot of like difficulties finding my score because, as I've mentioned before, it was kind of repetitive without being repetitive. And I felt like this story was more about dynamics between characters with less focus on the actual story. But by the end, Uesugi kind of felt like the sixth quintuplet, which was kind of funny.
That's true.
Because like he was always
that's so true.
Hanging around with the five Nakano sisters, and it was like
True.
nowhere alone. And then we had this like sick, and they were all in there like looking after him, and then he just was running after them to get them to leave and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it had like a lot of comedic aspects, and I really enjoyed them, and I think that's what I will go with. I really like this show, so it's a 75 out of 100 for me.
75, okay.
But let me ask you.
Let
me ask you, Jack. On a scale
Ask
from
me.
0 to 100, in steps
On
on
a
a
scale.
5, what is your rating for Quintessential Quintuplet?
Quintuplets. Dude, it's funny. Like imagine it's like like that movie like trailer voice where it's like in a world.
Yeah.
It's like on a scale of 0 to 100 in theaters this Friday. No, I mean, I guess just in closing, just some final thoughts that I had on this. I think this show solves, for me, without getting too deep into it, it solves a lot of problems that some harems have for me, which is that it's like, okay, so we have these girls who are in love with this guy. It's like, okay, is he just being a pervert? Like, is he kind of just like, am I just watching this to see the satisfaction of it? Like, and the show really doesn't feel like that. For people who don't like harems, like, I would really recommend giving this a chance because it feels like a good romance in a lot of ways, and it just has everything that I really like need to like enjoy a show. It had a good enough story, though. I think you're right. It's not really focused on the story most of the time. It's kind of just like, what's the next interaction between them, which that's kind of what I'm looking for. But kind of base whether you want to watch this show off of that idea. But with everything I said included, I think at this point I'm giving Quintuplets a 90.
Ooh, a 90. That's crazy.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, I can say right now that like, this show has no flaws to me. Now, that doesn't mean it's like 100 because like, I don't think just because you don't have flaws doesn't mean it can reach 100. I think if season 2 and the movie are like top of the top, then like it has the potential to reach 100. But currently, I think like if the show just stays on its same pace and doesn't really do anything too crazy, then I think like a 90 is pretty comfortable. But
I see.
we're still waiting for season 2 in the movie.
Yeah, I would have guessed you with like 85. So.
I actually initially gave it a 95.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, okay, here's that, just like 5% in case. But actually today when I checked my score, I was like, actually, I think a 90 is more fitting. Not because it's flawed to me, but just I think it's just not reaching that peak yet. But I really enjoyed it.
Well, and that's it with this week's episode.
That is it. We've come to a close on season 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. We've been I don't know, just kind of a little thing, but I mean, I noticed the Golden Time video is already doing pretty good for our channel, so I'm kind of like, yeah, nice. And I just wanted to say thank you all. If anyone watches and enjoys it, that just makes my day. It just makes me feel very happy.
Me
so
too. We
thank
also
you
got
all.
a new subscriber with Golden Time, so thank you very much.
Yay! Thank you so much. And we'll catch you next time.
See
Bye.
you in the Fortnite. Bye bye.